This series wouldn't be deserving of the word chaos in its title if there wasn't a hint of unpredictability. Remember how I said giant death robots were turned off this time? Yeah, they're still on. And we're on Emperor difficulty playing a civ that more or less requires us to fight to survive. Well, hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in Series 2 of our Controlled Chaos Metaseries, King of Kings. So, yeah, my mistake. Forgot to turn that mod off. And that is going to make the endgame of this series even more interesting. I'm just moving Maui down through America's territory, exploring what I can. I did not mean to talk to you, Abe, but if you're willing to accept... Nope. You do not want the trappings of the old world. You've made that abundantly clear. Okay. Portugal still does not want anything to do with me either, which is just... sad and invalidating, I have to say. I do definitely have to build up an army as soon as I can.
Without imagination is craftsmanship, and gives us many useful objects, such as wickerwork picnic baskets.
Those are useful objects. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch this policy here. And I've got all of my other policies the way that I want them at the moment, because we have a pure production focus towards military. I mean, granted, our cities are on growth focus, not production focus, but we need to have more of a military, especially relative to the civilizations which are sharing our continent with us. So that's going to be one of my next priorities. On top of expanding, as I mentioned in the last episode, the main thing we're working on at the moment is expanding. We need to expand farther. I know I came out this way just to see what was going on here, but I would like to get this scout up into this part of the continent, see if there are other goody huts on the continent proper. Meanwhile, we'll keep looking around down here with this scout. I'm really glad I got that extra scout. But if I don't get an army up soon, Abe is going to be a bit of an opportunist, I'm telling you right now. On this difficulty, yes. That is what will happen, even if it's not what happens. It's the way I'm going to talk about it.
I'm also interested in creating a lasting legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of years.
All right, I see some bronze right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at where there might be some bronze. Not bronze, iron. Okay, good. Good. All right, so I have multiple opportunities for iron. Ooh, including a very nice one over there in the Chihuahuan Desert. So that's going to be one of the first places I send a new settler when I build one. Very nice indeed. I like that there's some silver up there in the hills. There's not gold in those hills, but there is silver. All right, so we have the monument almost done in Pasargadae, and we have the shrine almost done in Mashhad. Also, speaking of, reading Pasargadae reminded me of a lovely comment that I got that explained something nice. I didn't pick up on this. It's fairly obvious now that I'm looking at it. This is Paidaeza, when I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that, which is probably completely wrong, but that is paradise. The building's name is a word for paradise, and I think it's in Persian is what one particular commenter pointed out to me, so, or a variant thereof. But I really appreciate that particular bit of insight, because I did not pick up on it when I was recording the first episode, and I think that's really cool.
Militant mysticism. I'm absolutely sure of some things that I don't quite know.
All right, we might be able to get away with some preserved districts this time. I didn't use any in the previous series, but I think I can probably change that. All right, let's choose civics now. Yeah, we're going to go for... Well, it's interesting. We can go straight for theology and have the temple, but I would rather have drama and poetry as soon as possible. Okay. Now, this is interesting. This is our capital. I've got some trees near me, and I do have the ability to chop stuff down now, I believe. Yeah, I do. So, tell you what, I'm going to buy a builder outright so that I can get some production bonuses towards other things that I'm working on. Okay. I need a military unit. As much as I would like to, have another settler going right now. How long would it take to get a settler going in Pasargadae? Yeah, so maybe here's where I'll build another military unit. Let's do, for now, just another warrior. And then here, yeah, we're just going to say settler and Mashad. Yeah, I'm going to reduce that focus. We're going to take off the food focus. Maybe, no, we're not going to go to production focus. That'll take away too much. But I will use the builder to chop down those trees, which will help with production on the settler. All right, we have an envoy here. So I can become, nice, 5% science in all cities for each different improved strategic resource that they have. I'm just going to do this for the era score, to be honest. Because we'll become their first suzerain in the world. Gain 2 era score for it. And we have discovered a Hippolyta. Or Hippolyta. Target any adjacent friendly unit that has moved or attacked this turn. Hippolyta immediately restores the unit's moves and attacks, usable once per turn. Nice. That is fantastic. Let me check something real quick. I did the biggest double take during the series premiere because I was reading chat and somebody mentioned Sinbad, and I know Sinbad is amazing. And I thought Sinbad had appeared as a leader and I'd missed it. But that is not actually the case, thankfully. All right, so this builder needs to move before I can send Maui anywhere. Okay, not a lot going on up here. Didn't necessarily expect there to be. Okay, nice. We're starting to uncover this last little bit of fog of war. We've got a lot of this continent explored, which is nice. It's not necessarily the case that you can get away with this much exploration at this point in a game. I am looking forward to maybe having a lot of room to expand here without much competition. It's just going to be challenging to make it happen. Okay, that's the very top edge of the continent. This is interesting. Just it's lots of space, lots of open space. All right, we're going to have to chop that down next turn. And truth be told, I might wait because the settler's done. Well, no, it's done in 4 turns. I'd rather have it be done a little bit sooner. Nice. 3 turns until the warrior's done. We just need to get our military score up yesterday.
Is distasteful to me, but life at sea is better.
There we go. Thanks to Sucrotact, civilian and recon units can now embark. I'm going to put the scout in the water, and we're going to go get that goody hut on the Caspian Sea. I am going to go ahead and research archery. We need to kill a unit with a slinger, which is theoretically doable if this spearman gets any cheekier. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 envoy in Granada so we have the production bonus towards units. Too obvious of a choice. Okay, so let's see how much this will help. This will almost give us the settler, because this is going to give us 42 production immediately. And then how much production per turn? Yeah, so it'll come down to basically 1 turn left. Oh, nice! I don't understand how I got that lucky just now, but awesome. All right, so I'm going to go straight for that iron, because holy crap, that's too obvious of an opportunity. And I can't miss it. Also, it's on a river, and we can kind of seal off this northern part of the continent if we have a city there. Okay, so now the question is, what else do I build? I think I should probably continue to build an army for a bit. But a granary is also a good idea. Because Mashhad is still at a point where any particular settlers that I decide to train at any point will consume a population for now, until Magnus levels up just a little bit more, which is right around the corner, to be honest. I do have the ability to build 1 more trader as well, and I probably should not pass on that opportunity, but I think first and foremost, let's do another slinger. All right, so this scout is almost done. We'll explore that, then explore there, and have that done. I will need to be kind of deliberate with the movement of this settler because I think these units... Yeah, America is definitely thinking about it. 100%. So we're going to have to move our units down here to prepare for that eventuality. 100% thinking about it. Matter of fact, they could even declare next turn. Okay, let me look again at the Paradisa. Or the Paradise, if we want to call it that. So it's +1 culture for each adjacent holy site and theater square. +1 gold for each adjacent commercial hub and city center. So city centers, like, if I could get it close to the holy site and the city center at the same time, that would be good. So this is actually a good spot for one of these, which is why the game is telling me to do it. I think first, though, what I want to do with this builder, I don't know, it's tough. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that for the era score. I want to make sure I use the other charge on one of those wheat tiles, though, because this city could grow faster than it's currently growing. All right, I'm going to back this slinger off, and we are almost done with archery. That will really help with any defense that we have here. So America is clearly on the verge of declaring war, and I would like to get my new city in place before that. We have new military units finishing next turn, but they could declare before that. Ooh, somebody's finished the pyramids. I'm going to go ahead and send these units down this way. Notice the roads are a pretty good quality, which is one of the benefits of playing as Nader Shah. Okay, I am seeing some cavalry units, so spearmen would not be the worst idea. Or just heavy chariots themselves. Let's do a spearman first, just because we are probably going to start off on the defensive here. Let me take a look at this terrain. Yeah, I need to get this settler away from that particular barbarian spearman, and hopefully the allied, well, not allied, but the non-hostile units nearby, non-hostile for the moment, will take care of it. I should be able to train a new military unit here pretty soon. So the question is, which of the various unit types available would be best? I probably should just get another warrior going, to be completely honest. Because that would take 5 turns, the heavy chariot would take 11. Let's do another warrior. And then we have this monument about to be done in Hagmatana, so that means we will be able to get another hero. So we can get one that will help us with fighting. Presumably. Alright, so hopefully that little show of force there will stop Abe from declaring this very next turn, but that could end up not being the case. So we can declare friendship with Russia, which at this point I think is a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. You want 18 gold and 2 gold per turn for that salt. I think I'd rather wait till I can just trade it outright, because I should relatively soon be able to trade something for that. Oh boy. I really want to get my settler in place before Abe declares. We've produced the Epic of Maui. So we'll be able to summon him back, but it looks like we lost Maui before he was able to finish exploring. Yeah, he's reached the end of his lifespan. the tooltip there said something about, after a unit is killed, or a hero unit is killed, but I don't think he was killed. That's not what happened. All right, so this could be a very pivotal turn here. If Abe declares, I could lose my settler right now. All right, so these devotion projects actually are taking a good while, unfortunately. So what I'm going to need to do here probably is train, let's say, another spearman in Hagmatana, as much as I want to do the devotions. Well, I could also potentially buy a spearman in a few turns, so maybe the better idea is to get another builder going. Or I could buy a builder in a few turns. The thing is, I have archery, and it's going to be done next turn. So yeah, you know what? Let's get a slinger going instead. Let's get some production towards that. Goody hut. Hero discovered. Nice. Anansi. Ignores movement penalties in woods and rainforest terrain. Used when located on a bonus or luxury resource, Anansi consumes the resource and generates 60 science and 55 culture. Any improvement present is destroyed, costs 1 charge, and ends the turn. Okay, we're going to go ahead and improve that. Let's get the scout over here to check out this territory, and then we're going to start heading back.
A house divided against itself cannot stand. We hope you follow our lead in advancing the cause of liberty.
This is not my current Stellaris run, Abe. I do not have slaves. So you don't have to worry about that.
The forces of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
Oh, George.
The world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
All right, perfect. I will not be able to settle this turn. So if he declares on me next turn, that settler is still in danger, but I'm really happy he didn't declare that time. Maybe that was the game's way of saying, hey, I'm noticing you're actually building up a military GG. All right, so I'm going to get a builder going here in Hagmatana. And by get a builder going, I mean I'm going to use gold to buy a builder, because we kind of need to. And I have, I need to improve this incense so that I can trade for another resource. So I'm going to do that as soon as I can. Next choice here, yeah, probably to go for theology. I do have, let's take a look at the great people situation. Oh, nice. So it looks like there are other players that are going to beat us to Siddhartha, but then we are going to be very close to having the very next religion. So that's a plus. Are there any other goody huts? I think that's it. So this scout might need to just start heading out into the water and seeing what he can find. I'm relieved to see that your empire poses no threat to ours. Screw you, Abe. You say that, but your units are about to be surrounded by my cities. Just saying. So. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm thinking I need to get an encampment district going in Mashhad. But I also still don't have basic starter buildings that would help with everything else. Like a granary. Which... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. He's forced me on my back foot a little bit, and I've had to do a lot of... army building just to make sure that he doesn't get any funny ideas. And truth be told, I still don't have a very high army score, so he could very well still decide to give me trouble. And I wouldn't be able to do too much about it at the moment. I'd be able to defend Pasargadae, but like he could give Bakhtri a lot of trouble. He could actually take it pretty easily, truth told. All right, so I can upgrade these units to archers. I don't quite have enough gold to do the second one this turn, but then in 2 turns, I'll have enough to upgrade the other one. So this main unit here is an archer, so it's like, come at me, dude. Yep, there he is. He went straight for the archer, too. What a dick move. What a dick move. He went straight for the archer. Wow, Abe. Wow. Inconsiderate. Alright, so first and foremost, I need to get this archer backed off. We're going to fire on that warrior. Then we're going to hit that warrior there. Did he bring any city-states with him? Yes, he did. Bologna, which thankfully is a little bit farther from me. So shouldn't be a huge issue there. I'm going to go ahead and remove woods here. How perfect. There's a free archer to join the fray. There's a great prophet. I'm going to use him right away. John the Baptist is going to found our religion. And next turn, I'll be able to upgrade this unit. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off that warrior and give Abe some more exhaustion. Meanwhile, I think I will probably need a little bit more here. But I'm also... I need to trust my military to be able to hold him off for a bit here. Bakhtri is going to be in trouble. I'm hoping that he kind of stays focused here and loses his military and I'm able to defend myself, but of course, there's no guarantee of any of that. Okay, so now we can choose a religion. We didn't get to do this in another Victoria. Let's see. I think there's one choice which kind of leaps to mind as... Where is it? Where is it? Where is Pesajet? Or not? No, not Pesajet. I'm thinking of a different. Ha. Is that it though? Hang on. I can only think of the emblem. Zoroastrianism. That's what it is. I can't tell if I scrolled past it earlier. Tomatek's religion mod has just been such a gift to this game. Like all of these options. These are not vanilla in Civ 6. This is part of a mod. If you didn't know that. Definitely not this way by default. Druidism. There's one choice. Wait a minute. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it under a different icon. Or if I read too quickly. Don't think I did, though. I could just use that icon and call it that. Actually, no, I can't. I have to go with Mazda Yasna. Let's just do that. And now we can choose probably something that helps. I mean, Jesuit education is always a really nice option because you can buy campus and theater square districts with faith. So I like that that's a possibility. And then Dara Mare is one that I'd like to push fairly frequently. Your religion's pressure never drops. Due to losses in theological combat, religion spreads to the cities 30% further away. You know what? Let's just go for pure faith generation. We're going to go for the Dara Mare. Master Yasna is the true path of salvation. Please ignore all the other ones. They don't exist. They're not really here. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to have this warrior just fortify in place. We have another warrior almost done training. Not much more I can do here. So this would be interesting. He has combat bonuses, but I have archers in place. Okay, so that slinger's going to take some damage here. Possibly get wrecked. Yep, that slinger's gone. Ooh, I was looking forward to upgrading that slinger, but now you're going to have to lose that heavy chariot as a result. What a shame. What a shame. Alright, so we can't do anything with that archer this turn, but I can go ahead and make that heavy archer, or that heavy chariot pay for what it just did. And I believe I will. I'm going to have the spearman and the warrior here continue just to shelter in place. That's unfortunate that we lost that archer. That really was not the plan. Or not the archer, but the slinger. Totally makes sense, though. I had a feeling they would do that. It's kind of the... They really took an opportunistic moment to declare. So, you know, credit to them for playing it well. I guess, yeah, another archer at this point to replace the forces that I just lost. Yeah, I was looking for that galley before I moved my scout anywhere. That galley is going to make life difficult for a bit. So, let me go ahead and first of all get pasture going. Your knowledge of horseback riding has advanced considerably. Looks like there's been a flood here on this river, but the scout should be okay. The flood's already happened. Yeah, thankfully no one was hurt. Remember, we are getting adjacency bonuses, basically, for defending in this way. Because we have units next to each other. Looks like Taruga is helping me out a little bit. Thank you for that.
When wasteful war shall statues overturn, and broils root out the work of masonry.
So somebody else already got pyramids, which means there are more advanced civilizations than the technology we currently have. That's worth pointing out. Alright, so that archer's now promotable. I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy with my warrior here, do a little bit of damage. We'll keep this spearman in place. The defense is going pretty well so far. Can't do much more. Diplomatic quarter. Oh, I like that it has a different icon. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start working towards... You know what? I'm going to go for horseback riding first because we have so much open terrain that actually having horses is going to be very, very, very useful. I'm going to improve the other horse's unit here. And then I'm going to move this scout down into the water because I feel like if I can get the scout in the water while the barbarian galley is all the way up there, then we might be able to actually save that scout pretty easily. Alright, looks like they're backing off. Stonehenge has been built by another player.
We can no more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without mathematics, or exact iron-making without chemistry.
Okay, so now we have access to build temples. Let's move this unit up. Move this archer over. Fire on you. Give this archer a promotion. We're going to give them combat strength when defending from a city, which is the perfect choice right now, let me tell you. Alright, so that went pretty well, all considered. They are potentially going over to attack my other city now, which is the next best opportunity they have to do some damage. Yeah, I'm going to select defensive tactics because that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Let's see. All right, so the granary is done here. We don't have enough to buy anything else militarily. I think ancient walls might be a good idea, but I still need to make sure that I have units that can defend my territory, including potentially a heavy chariot. But I also, like, you know what? No, I'm going to just do a builder. Like, we need to keep improving. I can't... One of the things that can happen on Emperor difficulty is, and higher difficulty, is that you can get so distracted by a war that during the time that you're at war, unfortunately, the AI civilizations are able to just climb ahead of you almost irretrievably. And I want to try and stop that from happening. Because you can already see Abraham is like at 35 science per turn, despite the fact that he initiated this war. All right, so I could go ahead and attack here. I don't think any of my units would really be under threat. But I also don't want to lose that warrior. So you know what? I'm going to keep him fortified. And we're going to put this scout in the water there. Oh boy. All right. So we've had this trader in Pasargadae, which is honestly where it needs to be. It looks like Akkad is looking for a trade route. And that would give me additional gold per turn and another envoy with Akkad. But I feel like I really need this city to continue growing right now. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Because remember, I have bonuses for my internal trade routes. All right, good. This scout is going to be able to return home. I would hate for Cardiff to change sides in the war right now, but that is something that's distinctly possible. All right, we can build a scout in Bactri, but I'd rather have like an archer or a warrior to defend Bactri. Let's go to the next turn. Dude, I am dealing with America right now, and that is why I can't look beyond my own shores. Yeah, I knew that would happen. They were able to promote that warrior. But unfortunately, that warrior is also... Oh my god. Unfortunately for you, that warrior is also in range of both of my archers. So say goodbye to your freshly promoted unit. Thanks for the experience, Abe. Appreciate you. Holy crap. That's hilarious. I was not expecting that. All right. Now I'm going to move my units up. Just kind of push forward a little bit. Of course, they can't fortify in the same turn that they're moving. Oh, wow. That galley came close to attacking my scout. But we're good. Moving to turn 56. Ooh, Anansi. That could be a problem. Remind me. What's Anansi's deal? Well, she's not really a combat hero. So what I need to do here is just... a little bit of this. Yeah, I think I would say I just should fortify my units in place now. Because I moved them forward. We were able to defend successfully. We have some other military units on the way. I could buy a warrior in Mashhad. I could also purchase a missionary in Mashhad, which feels like probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get this scout down to Mashhad. Scouts back home in Pasargadae. Very nice. So we've managed to bring both of our scouts home. Doesn't always happen. All right, Granary's almost done in Hagmatana. Builder's almost done in Mashhad. I might be able to buy a military unit in the next couple of turns. Let's see how this goes. All right, so that's not surprising. Moderate flood. Many dispute the actual start of the classical era, but you know it was when Persia discovered horseback riding.
No hour
Damn
of
straight.
life is wasted that is spent in the saddle.
Okay, so this archer's promotable, and I really would like you to be able to take advantage of that promotion. So, tell you what. Let's go ahead and we'll give you volley, which makes me a little nervous, but at the same time, I think I can safely make this move. Say goodbye to that hero. And hopefully I got some like bonus experience for that, for defeating a hero in battle, but I don't know for sure. We'll find out. We will find out. All right, so now that I've researched that, we are absolutely going to go for ironworking so that we can have access to the Immortal. That's our unique unit. Now, how soon can we buy a horseman? In 3 turns. Or we can have one trained in 5 turns. Or we could have one trained in 5 turns and buy one in 3 turns. How about that? You know what? Yeah, let's go for that route. Let's go ahead and have 2 horsemen added to the fray. I've got my builder in Mashhad, and I'm confident now that what I'm going to be able to do with that builder, I've got all this incense down here. I can start trading for stuff. Also, we need to end this episode because it's at the 38-minute mark. So here's what I'll do. Let's get this missionary down to Pasargadae. We're going to start converting our cities to our newfound religion. We'll put this scout here. Doesn't look like Abe has discovered Bactri yet. We're going to move this scout up to Hagmatana, and that'll be the end of that turn. And I guess I'll let the turn run and see what Abe does. Not a lot, actually.
Defense is superior to opulence.
And on that note, I will go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, we are going to try and finish this war with Abe. But I would also, like, there's a part of me that wants to drag it out as much as possible, but we're going to be able to add some additional luxury resources to our stash, which means we're going to be able to trade with Russia for some salt. But we also are just going to have more luxuries to ourselves. I'm seeing that I will be able to add silver pretty soon. And we'll have lots of extra incense, in fact. So we're going to be able to trade incense a bunch. But also wine should be accessible fairly soon. And we still are on course, I would say, to expand in the way that I wanted to. We just had a little bit of a hiccup with this war this particular episode. Let's see if we can convert Pasargadae. Hey, there we go. So we're going to try and finish that off in productive fashion, if there is such a thing, in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Monday at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Yes, I said 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. We are moving the time slot from 10 to 11 just for general ease of scheduling purposes. That's a thing that's happening. And hopefully that's not too big of an adjustment for anybody. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.